Pringles. What's up, pranksters? Welcome back. And I'm super excited about this video because in this video, I get to mess around with food, such as the snacks you see here. For example, I got some Capri Sun, some chips, some soda for those that drink it, Oreos, and of course some Pringles, which I love. And I'm gonna be showing you guys how to set up a few pranks with these. So if you're excited about that, please hit the thumbs up button now and check it out. Let's get started with our first prank. And right here I have a can of Pringles. As you guys can see, it's a brand new can, hasn't been opened because it still has the seal on it. So this will tell your victim that it has a lot of chips in it. You can also hear it if I shake it. Alright guys, well, we want to make them think that this is a full can of chips, and of course it is. But we're gonna set up a prank that will have them dropping all the chips from inside this can onto the floor. It's gonna be hilarious. So for that, we're gonna need a can opener. So first, we're gonna flip over the can like this, upside down. We're gonna take the can opener, we're gonna attach it on like this, then begin to open it. Just like a regular can. All right, there you guys have it. So we just opened up this can of Pringles from the bottom, which is something people don't normally expect. So now that the can of Pringles is like this, we're gonna flip it over real quick, and just like that, leave it on the counter. So whoever grabs it, guys, we already know what's gonna happen, right? They're gonna pick it up and all the Pringles are gonna fall down either on the counter or on the floor. So this is what's gonna happen when they pick it up. Pringles! As you guys can see, the stack has been laid out, which is pretty funny. And there's a few that fell on the floor, but most of them stayed on the counter. And if the counter is clean, then the chips are still edible. So I'm gonna be eating this. Don't worry, they're not going to waste. I'm personally gonna eat these. But this is just a little prank that you guys can pull off on anybody. And I gotta remind you guys that the can of Pringles was $1. I didn't spend much on it, so not a lot was wasted in the making of this video. Up next, we're gonna mess with somebody's chips. Now this is a normal bag of chips. So to set up this next prank, guys, first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna flip it upside down and you're gonna open it from the bottom, as you can see right here. Now you don't have to open it all the way, just enough so that you can dump out all the chips. And right here I have a little bowl where I'm gonna dump them onto. As you can see, now the bag is empty, which is how we want it. And guess what? We're gonna replace it with something that feels like it's chips, but it's not. This is paper shred, which is what you would put inside a gift box, you know, for decoration or I don't know. Well, anyway, I got a bunch of this left over and we're gonna add some of this into the bag of chips and try to pass it off as if it was a normal bag of chips. So I'm gonna open it up. And if you guys were able to feel it and touch it, it sounds like it's kind of crunchy, like chips. So that's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna make it seem like it's a bag full of chips. So we're gonna add just enough inside. All right, I think we got enough. Maybe just a little bit more. All right, and the good thing is that we opened it from the bottom. Therefore, they're not gonna be suspicious when they open it from the top. So here we're just gonna use some glue or tape or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Some people actually use a curling iron to seal this up. I'm just gonna use some tape just to speed things up. And the prank is set, guys. I've sealed the bottom with tape and the top, of course, I didn't touch. So when they open it, it's gonna seem like a normal bag of chips. To their disappointment though, when they open it, because look, it does feel and sound crunchy. So when they open it, let's see what happens. This is what they're gonna get. Shredded paper. And this, like I said, it's from the holidays when I use some of this for gift boxes. But yeah, it's disappointing. Before you open the bag, it does feel and sound like it's a normal bag of chips, but it's not, as you can see. total disappointment for your victim. Oh, now everybody's favorite snack drink. Yep, Capri Sun. You guys can find these in any classroom. Actually, my 6th grade teacher used to sell us these for 10 cents back in the day. I don't know how much they go for now individually, but we're gonna set up a little prank with one of these. Of course, a lot of you are familiar with these pouches. They're not necessarily Capri Sun. Some of them are Kool-Aid, some of them are a different brand. But if you happen to come across a couple of pouches that look like these, then you're good to go, because for this prank, guys, you're gonna need the straw that's attached to the pouch. So for example, I got this yellow straw right here. Now the thing with this pouch is that you need the straw to be able to suck out the juice. Now without the straw, it'll be difficult, because as you can see, it's got a little tiny hole there. That's the only opening it has. So you insert the straw inside and then you sip on it. Well guys, we're gonna make it difficult on your victim to do that. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take out the straw, and we gotta be careful with that so your victim isn't suspicious. So usually people will tear from the pointy end, so we're gonna do the opposite and tear from the other end. And just like that, it should easily slide out. Alright guys, at this point, we're gonna need a blade. So be careful. If you don't have a blade, you can use scissors, but a blade is easier to work with. So I got my handy blade right here. And what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna cut right down the middle from the bottom to the top. So I'm gonna slice the straw open. At this point, guys, you gotta be extra careful, because you do not wanna cut yourselves. Because believe me, it does hurt. As you can see, guys, I split the straw right down the middle. So it'll be hard for them to sip on their Capri Sun, because of course it's gonna have that opening. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna put it back into that little package and attach it back on the pouch. To attach it on, you can use some tape or some glue. It doesn't really matter, guys. Just attach it and put it back with the rest of the Capri Suns. Now the unlucky person that gets this pouch is gonna have a hard time drinking it, because of course when they take out the straw, you know, it looks normal. It doesn't even look like it's sliced. So they'll stick it inside the pouch. It's gonna be pretty funny. Try it out. It's very harmless. As you guys can hear, I'm trying to sip on it, but barely get any juice out of it. And that's because, of course, the opening is there. It's just a hilarious prank that's meant to frustrate just about anybody. Oh, wow. So who doesn't love Oreos? I do. So guys, I know you guys seen so many pranks that involve Oreos in the past. Basically, what you guys do is you take out a few Oreos, and these are double stuffed. So it has a bunch of that cream inside. So let me pull them out. And what you guys are gonna do is you're gonna grab a cookie, like this one right here, and you're gonna split it down the middle. Be careful though, because you don't want to break the cookie. Once you have split the Oreo in two, typically you would scrape off the cream and then you would replace it with toothpaste or something else that's nasty. But we're not really gonna do that, guys. What we're gonna do is we're gonna disappoint your victim. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the center of the cream. So on the outside, it's gonna look like a regular double stuffed Oreo, but the center is gonna be hollow. So we're gonna hollow it out, and we're gonna remove the center. So they're gonna be disappointed when they bite into one of these, because there's really not gonna be much cream to the cookie. All right, so we pretty much got rid of the center, which is a lot, and I'm gonna remove some more, and then I'm just gonna add the other piece of the Oreo and put it back with the rest. So this is the other piece of the Oreo, and I'm just gonna put it on top of this one. And now it looks like a regular Oreo. So when they bite into it, it's gonna be hollowed. Okay, so we're down to our last prank. And this last prank, guys, I'm gonna grab myself a soda from the fridge. And don't mind my fridge, it's always looking like this. I hardly ever use it because I'm always eating fast food. But that's my fridge, it's messy. It's got nothing that I would wanna eat right now. But it does contain a Coke and a Pepsi. As you guys can see, this is my last Pepsi, and I'm not gonna waste it on this demo. So I'm gonna be using a Coke for this. So first thing we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna tie a string to the tab on the soda can. In length, it should be about a foot long. So grab yourself a piece of string and tie it onto the tab of a soda can. It should look something like this. As you guys can see, I've tied a few knots on the tab, and now the string is tightly attached to the tab. Now I'm gonna tie the other end of the string to the farthest end inside the fridge, so that when somebody pulls it out, they're gonna pull open this tab and it's gonna squirt soda all over the shelf, and they're gonna have to clean it up. So that's the prank, and that's what I'm gonna show you right now. So let me show you the demo. All right, pranksters, well, sorry about the mess. Like I said, I hardly ever use this fridge. I only store my stuff in there and I hardly ever take it out. Like, these carrots have been here for a while. I don't know if they're expired yet, but whatever, that's not the point. So I got the soda back there, and you guys can barely see that the string is right there. If you guys can do a better job of hiding that string, then good for you. Now, as far as me, from this angle, I can't tell that there's a string back there. So before you know that your victim is gonna grab that last soda, because you gotta hide the other sodas and make sure that that's the only one that's there, you wanna shake it a bit, you know, for it to cause a little squirt when they pull it out. So shake it a bit, leave it there, and when your victim goes and grabs it, this is what's gonna happen. Yep. Did you see that squirt? It's bound to happen, because what happens is that they pull on the string and then the tab cracks the seal open, and then of course the soda comes pouring out. So as you guys can see, I got a mess to clean up now. Yep, actually there's still some soda there, so I'm gonna be drinking that as my reward for cleaning up this mess. So there you have it, pranksters. 5 pranks that you guys can do using snacks. These are not that extreme. You guys can try them out on your friends and family. Nobody's gonna die, nobody's gonna get hurt. I mean, there's a few messes that might happen. For example, the one in the back. Other than that, guys, these are really fun pranks that you guys can pull off. Be careful though, as always, using sharp knives or whatever. Always prank at your own risk when it comes to pranks. Thank you guys for watching. I will announce the winner of the PlayStation 4 in my next video for sure. And then also, I will announce a new giveaway that I'll be having. So look out for that. In the meantime, if you haven't yet, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Any liquid of your choice. When your victim opens the door, this is what's gonna happen. Like I said, this is gonna be really high out of your victim's reach, so therefore they won't be able to put a stop to this, and the Febreze will keep on spraying, facing it. So once the door is opened, the forge will actually slide the balloon over this way where the push pins are. And who's gonna win, the balloon or the push pins? Of course, the push pins are gonna kick the balloon's butt. And then right here I got some water, which I'm gonna pour inside the trash bin. And this is what's gonna happen.